Welcome to List, Laugh, and Learn with Jodi and John.
Your inside look at real estate trends, hot topics, and fresh listings.
We'll give you the tips, stories, and insights you need.
Plus a little laughter along the way.
Let's get started.
Hi, Jodi. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on?
Do you miss me, John?
I have my phone sitting here. No, we're not going to do it.
No, he doesn't miss me.
I don't miss you. Actually, Jodi, I felt very alone since I did not hear from you for like 4 days.
I know, I was trying.
I was like, where's Jodi? She hasn't texted me.
I was so exhausted from all of the podcasting, honestly, and the texting back and forth that we did that I needed a break.
Need a break. Mm-hmm. Walked your dogs.
Mm-hmm. Took them on a hike.
Went on a hike.
What'd you do? You were silent.
I was silent too. I had an open house. Went to go to the movies.
What movie did you see?
I saw Downton Abbey.
Okay.
And then we went to eat in Morristown. It's all vibrant now in Morristown, like downtown. So I went to go see the movie, Downton Abbey. And then we went to, I actually forgot the name of it now that I think about it. It's across the street it's like in the same complex as the movie theater.
Okay, okay.
It'll come to me.
And then where'd you eat?
Chef Freddy's Table. Have you ever been there?
No.
It's across the street. It's like very eclectic type of food. So, but yeah, it's a very vibrant scene now in Morristown.
Because of the time of year, or
I just think now. I just think they took over that like headquarters plaza where the movie theater is, and now they're putting in all restaurants. They've redone the whole inside. It's actually a really, really nice place, and there because they have so many restaurants there. It'll come to me the name of the restaurant. I'll remember it.
Then all of a sudden he'll just blurt it out during our show.
All right, but we'll include it. We'll tag it somehow. So.
Listen, like he's so tech savvy now that he can just edit these videos himself. Is your mic on?
My mic is on. Yes, I just checked. Yours is on too.
Okay, great.
Great.
So what's our topic today, John?
We are going to do a little series about pros and cons, and the first one I was thinking of that we could discuss is the pros and cons of buying versus renting. Of whether or not, clients should be considering, I think a lot of people in this market, prices are very high. Should they consider renting a property, or should they invest in the purchase of a property?
Agreed. And it really depends on your financial situation as well. Mm-hmm. But I do think that some people that are looking to rent feel that they need to rent because they don't have a big down payment, right?
Right.
So that's where they do need to talk to a mortgage specialist. So what I was trying to say was that some people just lean towards renting because they feel like they don't have enough of a down payment to even look to buy a house or a condo.
Right, but there are different options out there for people that could do lower down payments, and it really just depends upon your sort of goals of what you want to achieve. I think it's not necessarily about the finances is a huge part because it is the largest investment that most of us adults make is purchasing a home, but it's really about what your goals are. Are you planning on living there for only a short period of time?
Correct.
Because if you're only going to live there for 3 years, or buying a home and then selling it 3 years later, you're probably not going to make back a lot of your money. You might lose money. So just things to really consider with that.
So lifestyle and flexibility. How flexible are you? Are you going to only be here for a year or two, like you said? Do you like traveling, and maybe your lifestyle is that you want to spend more money on vacations, so you're looking for a smaller rental with a lower monthly payment?
I think to the point about lifestyle and flexibility, it's about understanding too of do you want to take on that responsibility of owning a home? You can't just call up your landlord or the maintenance person in the building saying there's no hot water. You're really taking that on and making sure that you are now responsible for all of that. Yes, there's things like home warranties and appliance warranties and so forth. And there are great specialists out there, but that's a lot of financial consideration to think about.
And that may also be why you might look in for a condo or a townhouse instead of a house, because some of those
right,
fixes or items that might need to be fixed are potentially taken care of with the HOA fees.
right, exactly.
Like a roof.
Like a roof, maybe anything exterior.
Right, even snow removal. Are you
things
shoveling,
like
or if you're in a
Correct.
condo with an HOA, then they're
Right.
doing that for you. So there are a lot of things that you need to weigh out when you're looking to rent or buy, and you have to look at both, just single family home or condo or townhouse,
Right.
that could alleviate some of those financial burdens.
Right. The other thing too is it's really the area you want to move into, and like the area we're in right here, there are a good number of rentals, but it's not the same as like a Hoboken, where maybe you can purchase something, but it's more condos, and there are more rentals available. So it's really about where you want to live. Too can also impact your renting and buying. I mean, I've done a couple of rentals, but they're in this area, and usually they're either part of a single family home that's been converted to a multifamily, or it's a smaller garden apartments that are available. So it's versus here that we do have the majority of single family homes and condo townhouses for sale. So
With a mortgage, you're paying like 6%, 7% interest right now. But if you're renting, you're paying 100% interest because it's all going to the landlord's.
you're not building equity.
No.
You're not building any equity in your home. You're not, sort of all that money is kind of floating away in a certain way. It's providing you shelter and, which is, a basic necessity. But at the same time, you're not really investing in your future.
Right. So I guess everyone should have like some people might have that 1 or 2 year plan. And then you might want to think about, what are you 5, 7, or 10 years down the line, right? Because if you have the short-term plan that you might want to move locations, or you might want to feel out some towns.
Correct. That's
then
a great thing that
rental
people.
Is a good option because you can live in a Summit or a New Providence or a Milburn Short Hills or Chatham and kind of get a feel, especially if you're not familiar with this area.
Right. That's a really good
Instead
point.
of making it permanent by purchasing something, and then you find like, you don't like, I don't know, the downtown, or you need something closer to the train. So
Right.
that's something that you want to educate yourself on before making that big of a decision.
That's a really good call. And exactly. And there's different ways that you can rent. You don't necessarily have to commit yourself to a full year. You could do month to month. So if you're like, maybe I'll suss this out for, 6 months and see. And then if something pops up and you're like, wow, I really like this, and something comes up for sale, you can very easily get out of your, and not have to like pay to get out of your lease. You would just be,
right.
So there are different options there. So,
and like you said, I don't know if you said this already, but it also depends on the market right now.
mm-hmm.
The market is still pretty hot. I mean, there was a little bit of a lull over the summer, but as you can see, more houses are coming on the market again.
Yeah.
So it might not be the right time for first-time buyers or someone that wants to downsize, like me, sooner or later. Although I'm downsizing to a larger lot.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to weigh in the market and also the interest rates to determine, do you want to settle down now in something permanent, or do you want to wait another year and rent? It can go both ways. The market did increase from last year to this year. So some of my clients that were putting offers on houses last year, they did pay more because the market did spike again in the fall, spring. So, if you're kind of battling, I think both, you really do have to look into potentially, if it's just a financial thing, to work with a good mortgage guy that you can figure out this might be the right time to buy.
Right. Have you had any examples of clients that you were working with as a buyer, as a buyer agent, that they ended up renting, or you ended up putting them, into a rental temporarily?
It's funny, I've actually had the opposite. So I started, 2 people I started as rentals. We were looking at rentals, and this was both last year. We also were looking at their monthly payments. So they were looking to pay about $3,000 to $4,000 a month. So got a pre-approval so we could see what it was worth, and then we start looking at houses, and both of them did wind up buying.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. And they were newer to the area. They were moving from like Bergen County to Morris County.
Okay.
But just financially, again, because of the equity, they decided, you know what, instead of giving that $3,000 to $4,000 in rent up, let's put it into a mortgage. So both of them are currently living in houses.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Yeah, and it's good probably for them that they were able to like, you know, understand the area and sort of get a feel for it before like deciding, oh no, I want to be in that neighborhood, or
Right.
I
It's
I
a
like
lot
this
of research,
It's a
right?
lot of research,
So it doesn't matter. I feel like, sure, you live in Madison, I live in Chatham. We know the area very well, but a lot of it too is relationship building, I think.
Mhm.
So both you and I are people. So when we get buyers or sellers, you do develop a relationship.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
if there isn't a town that we haven't lived in, doesn't mean that we can't get to know it.
Exactly.
And tour them the downtown, check out the distance of busing or trains to the city, because I think that's super important. It's like you don't need to bounce from one person to another, even with rentals. You do rentals now
Yes,
too.
I do. Yeah.
You can be married to your agent when even doing rentals.
Mhm.
Because the thing about John and I, and any great agent, is going to be getting to know the person and their likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then figuring out, okay, what's your price point? Hey, what about this one or what about that one? And expanding their vision.
Correct. Because that's what we should be doing, is giving them the options beyond what they think that they might want or need.
Right.
And being able to provide that sort of insight to them. And sometimes it might be a rental, and sometimes it might be a home, and
Correct.
sometimes it might be a different area that they weren't considering originally, that maybe we, have thought of, that, is another area that they look at.
It's funny you should ask
Parkside
that question.
Tavern. See, I knew I would remember in the middle.
And I was just thinking there was another couple that also, they downsized and they were looking to rent. And they had a higher budget, and we looked at a ton of rentals in the Madison area, and they wound up buying a condo.
Oh.
A townhouse, I should say, not
Okay.
a condo, in Madison as well. So
Yeah.
it just depends, like you said, on your lifestyle, and I guess more if it's like permanent or short term.
Yeah.
And your knowledge of the area. If you're
And
coming
your
from
knowledge.
out of state or South Jersey, you might want to get a feel for places first.
Mm-hmm.
So lifestyle, I think, is a huge one.
Yeah.
But I definitely think everyone should be talking to a mortgage advisor
Right.
if you're
Exactly.
looking to potentially in the future buy.
Right.
Because a lot of people kind of, sometimes I think negatively, like they can't afford it. And then
Right.
when you start looking at the finances and what options you have, then there is something
Right. And
you
there's
can't
so
afford.
many different options out there beyond even.
And maybe
that
you
I've
use it as an
seen.
investment property. You might
Correct.
buy a condo. That's what you can afford right now. You're getting equity in it. And then 5 years down the road, you're like, you know what? I want to move somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been saving my money enough that I can maybe rent this out and then find
Right.
some other property to
Right.
potentially rent. I do have one landlord that she decided, she's got a condo in Florin Park. She decided to rent it out, and she's just kind of living with friends.
Yeah.
So, the area's nice. She doesn't want to sell it. She wants to hold on to it. So she decided to
Mhm.
rent it. And then she works from home so she can live at a friend's house or a relative and then still have
And
this
then continue to build the equity,
Yes.
have somebody else pay the mortgage
Correct.
every month. And then, that's
Save
great.
your money so
Save
then in the
your
future
money, and then
maybe
in the future you can buy something else or buy
Correct.
more investment properties.
Correct.
You never know, so.
What are some emotional factors you think that go into renting or buying?
I think, renting is definitely quicker.
Mhm.
Definitely you're sort of in and out in a much shorter time. If you've not purchased a home, it can take time,
Yeah.
and it can be very draining of especially if the the process isn't 100% smooth, and there's a lot of there might be inspection issues, or there might be
appraisal
issues, and lawyers involved, and you're dealing with the seller and the buyer side. So there's a lot of and you might or you might be in love with a property, and you've put in an offer. This is like the 15th offer you've put in on properties, and you're not getting it, and it's emotionally draining to I just want to buy a house, and
Yes, this market is tough for people that are buying, but the excitement of kind of visualizing what you're going to do with it, instead of the rental where it's, I guess if you go into it with, it's not permanent, so you can change.
Right, because rentals,
most of them are 12 months.
Yeah,
leases.
You might be able to paint and do small little things within the apartment or the home that you're renting, but you really can't do much because it's not your home. But you can do all of those great things if you're like, oh, saw this house, but I would love to build off the back of it to extend and add another bedroom or add a bigger family room.
And I think you bring up a good point, though, about not being able to do things.
Yes.
So even hanging pictures.
Sometimes, yes.
Landlords sometimes will have it, and rightfully so. They don't want a lot of holes in the wall where they have to spackle when you leave and then repaint. Because I did have one tenant where it was in the lease that they could not hang anything.
Oh, interesting.
And it was because there was a tenant in before that was there for 4 or 5 years and had hung a tremendous amount of photos and paintings. So he had to repaint, but they didn't make the paint color anymore, or if it was the same paint color,
so they could repaint the whole
thousands of dollars that he had to pay to repaint. So that's something, it's not yours.
Yeah.
So
it's something to think about too. It's not yours. You don't own it. You can build a great relationship with the landlord as a tenant, and sort of, but it's not your property.
Right.
So you don't own that.
You just kind of have to know that you're there temporarily, which is not a bad thing.
Which is not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's good to be temporary, and a lot of people do like renting. They like that. They like the flexibility. They like
it's like leasing a car.
Yeah, I don't have to, what, if at the end of the year I'm done, I want to move somewhere else, there's no, boom, I just can move on, I can do something else, I can move somewhere else, I'm not tied to anywhere, so.
Do you lease or own cars?
I own cars,
We do too.
but I have decided my next car is going to be a lease. Especially now with the technology, I think it moves so fast that I think buying a car is not the best option.
So renting and owning a house is kind of like leasing or buying a car. So do you lease or own?
I own, but I think my next car I'm going to lease. Like, we own our cars, but like one is a plug-in hybrid, and now it's 3 years old and the battery's too small because now the technology has moved on, that if we had just leased, we could have turned that car in this year and then gotten the newer model and then gotten the newer technology, especially with that. So yeah, it's
we own too.
Yeah.
I do like having not having payments on cars
right
after 5 years.
and then not having to worry about like, oh, did I go over the miles, did I damage anything that I have to pay for, even though it might just be a scratch, or things like that. So it's the same kind of thing with houses. It's like, ooh, I put a hole in the wall, or I broke the toilet, do I have to fix that? But that's unfortunately what you have to deal with.
So we do, if you want, you can DM us after watching this podcast, and we have a checklist to give you for free.
We do.
That
on both.
Correct. And you can kind of figure out, where you want to go. Do you think you want to own? Do you think you want to rent? And you can kind of get a little, I don't know, what is it called? Like a little feel for
like what
your wants and needs are, and then go from there. It's also a great, if you want to contact John or I, we can take you out to see rentals, and we can take you out to see homes, and we can talk to you to kind of guide you and figure out what direction you should go in, or what your options are, and then you have a better idea as to what decisions you could be making in the next 12 months.
Definitely, yeah. So contact us. Our contact information is here somewhere around.
John now wants me to put the contact information.
I don't. It's around. You should already know our phone numbers by now by heart.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Welcome to Walkthroughs with Jodi and John. In this segment, we'll take you inside properties currently available for rent or sale.
From first impressions to hidden details, we'll give you an honest look at homes and spaces you'll want to see. Hi, I'm outside 16 Lee Drive in Morris Township, just about to do an open house. So why don't I take you inside and give you a tour? Welcome inside 16 Lee Drive in Morris Township. Built in 2019, this stunning townhome is located in the highly sought-after Residences at Columbia Park. With 3 bedrooms plus a loft, 3.5 baths, and a fully finished basement, this home offers the perfect blend of modern design and luxury upgrades. The gourmet kitchen features custom cabinetry, quartz countertops, and an oversized island with sink, opening to a spacious living room with soaring ceilings, and sliders to a deck overlooking your own private pond and the golf course next door. The primary suite includes a tray ceiling, walk-in closet, and spa-like bathroom with dual vanities. A convenient laundry room is located on the second floor, along with 2 additional bedrooms and a loft space. The fully finished basement offers high ceilings, storage, and plenty of space for recreation or entertaining. This premier community provides exceptional amenities, including a clubhouse with kitchen, fitness center, outdoor pool, and scenic paths. Ideally situated near Midtown Direct trains, major highways, shopping, dining, and recreation. A truly move-in ready home that combines convenience, comfort, and luxury living. Come inside and visit 16 Lee Drive on your own. This home is listed by Marlene Vector and D. Buca.
Next up, our local business spotlight. Each episode will highlight a small business in our community,
sharing their story and what makes them unique and why supporting local matters.
Hey everyone, it's Jodi and
John.
Back at it with some local businesses. We are here at Chashni, a coffee shop, and John is a coffee expert.
Yes, I've actually never tried this place, but I do love my coffee, so
he's gonna taste test or get the favorite cup today and give us a review, which I'm sure it's gonna be very positive.
Great, let's head inside.
Great. Okay, so we're inside here, and we're going to talk to Amina. Did I say it correctly?
You said it perfectly.
Okay, a little bit more about this lovely coffee tea shop?
Cafe. Yeah.
Cafe.
Yeah.
Sorry, cafe. I have lots of bloopers, so don't worry. John is the coffee expert, so
Yes.
he can ask you better questions than me.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about the cafe. You have one here, and you have one in Montclair.
Montclair, yeah. So Chashni is a cultural cafe, I like to call it. We have breakfast items, breakfast, lunch, brunch. We do specialty coffee and drinks. Basically anything you want. Like we have everything for you. Gluten-free, vegetarian. Yeah, we try to, help everyone with so dietary needs for everyone, yeah.
Great.
And what are the hours? Like, what day are you open 7 days a week, or do you have or closed one day?
So we're open 5 days a week, 6
Okay.
days a week.
Okay.
Mondays are closed, 8 to 5 on Tuesday to Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday.
Do you get a lot of evening business? Afternoons is kind of
we
late.
have like early dinner. People come in. We have smash burgers and Caesar wraps and salads.
Oh,
People like to come in for that, so
Okay.
it's a good thing. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Do you have any questions?
So you mentioned about your chai.
Yeah.
So do you make your chai in-house?
Yeah, so we have just black tea. That's authentic Pakistani chai. Black tea, milk, water, and cardamom. So we just brew it fresh on the spot for every customer. It's very warm and it's comforting. It's like something that everyone likes to drink. It's very popular here in our location. Yeah. And then we also have our cardamom cake, which pairs really nicely with the chai. So it's a cardamom rose saffron cake that we make in-house throughout the week. So it's a lovely combination.
And what's something that's gluten-free? Because you said you have gluten-free, and my daughter's gluten-free. So, and we try to eat gluten-free.
Yeah, so we have like in the pastries, we do like gluten-free banana breads, and we have gluten-free cookies. It's kind of like a mix. Whatever is on hand, we try to make. So it's kind of seasonal and just like ingredients that are on hand, we try to make use out of them and make pastries, cakes, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, and you said I'm not a coffee drinker. I mean, I drink a little bit, but you said you're going to make me some sort of tea.
Yeah.
What kind of tea are you making me?
So I'm gonna make you the Pakistani chai.
The chai.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
chai.
What are you having then?
I'll try the chai. I'm a chai drinker. I do like chai.
Okay, so we're doing the same thing.
You can, sure.
So
Why
then
not?
I'm going to bring a coffee home for my husband. So you're
Okay.
going to make him, he likes black coffee.
Okay.
So you're going to make, what are you going to make him? I've just put you on the spot.
Yeah, I could do pour over.
Okay.
So we do a specialty single origin coffee beans, and so right now we have. I can show you real quick. So we have light roast, stone fruit, tangerine, and dynamic. So that's just kind of like the flavor profile we have right now.
Okay.
So it's single origin, and we'll do a pour over for your husband.
How often do you change the flavors?
I would say monthly.
Okay.
Monthly, yeah. Every month we get different specialty coffee beans come in, single origin. So we just try to incorporate that into the menu as well.
Great. So I say that people should stop on by. Why don't you
Definitely.
tell us the address?
231 Main Street, Chatham, New Jersey. And our Montclair location is 349 Bloomfield Avenue,
Great.
Montclair, New Jersey. Yeah.
And when John and I have open houses, she's been kind enough to say that we can have some of her teas and coffees at our open house.
Yeah.
So we'll advertise that when they come up.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
My review, excellent.
Full of flavor.
Another great local place to go to this fall is Deer Run Hay Company and Cattle, located in Flemington, New Jersey. When we arrived, we saw some beautiful pumpkins, a barn, and lots of hay. We took about a 90-minute tour through the farm, focusing mostly on cows, specifically mini Highland cows. The owners, Lindsay and Kit, were fantastic. We got to pet baby mini Highland cows, and Lindsay and Kit explained the different sizes, why some are mini, why some are micro, the different colors, and how they're named. And we were able to go see all of the different cows. They started out with 3 and are now up to either 26 or 28. We were able to feed the cows treats and also brush them. It was so much fun. The cows loved the attention. And of course, we loved being able to experience brushing, feeding, and loving mini Highland cows. So, if you're looking for a great afternoon, reach out to Deer Hay Run and Cattle Company to schedule a visit. You can also go there to see their farm stand where they have these beautiful pumpkins, all different colors. It is well worth the drive out to Flemington, New Jersey.
And don't forget to stop by and see us at Bottle Hill Day in downtown Madison on Saturday, October 4th. We'll have some great activities for the entire family. See you there.
Thanks for tuning in to List, Laugh, and Learn with Jodi and John.
Be sure to subscribe and share, and join us next time for more real estate insights, laughs, and walkthroughs.
Until then, happy house hunting.